Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to our class, and we have Jaden. Hello, Jaden.
Hello.
You have to be more excited.
Hello.
Okay, so welcome, Jaden, to be our teacher assistant. So we're going to learn something different than yesterday. Okay, so this is called absolute value. Okay, so when we're talking about absolute value, Jaden, could you please tell me, have you ever heard of it?
Yeah,
Yeah. So absolute value is a what?
it's like the whole value of a number.
It looks like right? But no. Absolute value is actually talking about a distance. Okay, so that's the reason absolute value is always positive. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. If I give you a number line, okay? So absolute value is talking about a distance between a number and to the zero, the original point. Okay, 每一条线上面是不是有个原点啊? So the name is zero, right? So absolute value is, for instance, 4 absolute value equals 4. Because from 4 to 0, the distance is what? Is 4. Okay? So negative 4 absolute value is also 4. Do you know why? Because negative 4 to 0, their distance is also 4. Okay, it's not determined by the negative sign or positive sign because the distance is always what, Jaden? Distance is always positive. Get it? So you said, Jaden said, oh, I have a pencil. The pencil is 20 centimeters. Can you see my pencil is negative 5 centimeters? It's impossible, right? It's impossible. So that's why the distance is always positive. So that's why the absolute value is always positive. For instance, we have negative 3.2. What is the absolute value of negative 3.2? 3.2. Okay, because it's actually talking about the negative 3.2 and zeros distance. So it's 3.2. Get it? So if you understand this one, then the question will be easier for you. So if you understand the absolute value, it's actually talking about the distance. You don't have to remember that they are always positive because distance is always what, Jaden? Yes, very good. Okay, so now let's take a look at this one. Can you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 for me? And I'm going to hit the pulse and I'll let every single student try to do it with me. Okay, so Jaden, can you tell me how to do the first one?
The first one is 7.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
9,
Mm-hmm.
8,
Mm-hmm.
4,
Yes.
18,
Yes.
6,
Mm-hmm.
0,
Mm-hmm.
16.
Very good. Okay, so now I think you're doing pretty well. We can do the fast one for 11 to 19 as well. Could you do it with me?
It's 12,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
3,
Mm-hmm.
7,
Mm-hmm.
15,
Mm-hmm.
18, 19, 12, and 4.
Okay, Jaden, you did very good. But now I'm going to give you some a little bit harder questions, okay? So think about it. When we have an absolute value, anything inside it, if it is positive, you take off the absolute value sign. You just do what? You just take this number out of this directly. You just take this absolute sign off, right? But what if you have an absolute sign and inside the absolute sign, it is a negative number? So what you're going to do is actually you put a negative sign out of this number. Correct? You're doing negative, negative 12. So the answer is 12. Okay, so now if I ask you, Jaden, does fractions has absolute value. For instance, absolute value 3 over 4 equals what? Absolute value negative 5 over 7 equals what? Absolute value negative 9 over 3 equals what? Can you do it for me?
The first one is just 3 over 4.
So it's still 3 over 4 because inside the absolute value sign, it is a positive number. So you can directly move it up, right? So what is the next one? So negative 5 over 7.
5 over 7.
5 over 7, very good. What is the last one?
3.
So 9 over 3 and equal 3, right? So the decimal also have absolute value, right? So negative 0.2, negative 3, and 4.1, 4.1, sorry, 4.3. So can you tell me what is the absolute value of these ones?
The first one is 0.2. Then it's 3.1.
Very good. Okay, so all of them, no matter it's decimal, fractions, they all having the absolute value. Very good. Okay, Jaden. So let's take a look at this one. Ooh, it's getting harder. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So the first one I'm going to do with you. So negative 2 absolute value minus negative 1 absolute value divided by 2. So I'm going to do one by one. It's 2 minus 1 over 2. So the answer is 1.5. Okay, so number 22, 8 minus 2 minus 14 absolute value minus negative 2 absolute value. So it's 8 minus this part equals what? Negative 12, but we have absolute value, it's negative 12. 8 minus 12 minus negative 2 absolute value equals 2. So the answer is minus 2. So the answer is 8 minus 14 equals negative 6. Okay, so Jaden, I'm going to hit the pause and let you do 23, 24, 25, 3 questions, okay? Okay, so the pause is over. Let's take a look at this one, Jaden. Negative 3 over 6 equals what? Because negative 3 is absolute value, so it equals 3 over 6, right? So times negative 6 absolute value equals 6. So the answer is 3. Did you get it right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at number 4. Number 24 is a little bit complicated. Let's take a look at this one. So 5 times negative 3 equals what? Equals negative 15. And negative 15 have an absolute value, so the answer is 15 over 5 times negative 20 equals 20 over 4. So the answer is 3 times 5 equals 15. Get it? Okay, so let's take a look at number 25. Can you tell me how to do number 25?
It's 2 times negative 4 absolute value equals
Negative 8, right? Is it negative 8? So negative 8 positive number, sorry, absolute value is 8. So 8 plus positive 14, because whatever is negative turn out to be positive. Positive 40 divided by 5 equals 8 as well. So the answer is 16. Very good. Okay, good job. So Jaden, I'm going to hit the pause again, and I want you to do the 26, 27, and 28 yourself, okay? Okay, so Jaden has finished already. So Jaden, can you tell me number 26 equals what?
Number 26 is negative 28 positive.
Divided by 4.
Value is 28 divided by 4
Equals?
equals 7.
Equals 7. Very good. Okay, so because 28 divided by 4 equals 7, and times?
Times 55 divided by 11 equals 5.
Very good. So 3 times 5 equals what?
35.
Very good. Equals 35. Okay, so let's take a look at number 27.
Negative 12 plus 4 equals positive 8.
Very good. Because negative 12 plus 4 equals negative 8, but we have the absolute value sign, so equals positive 8, right? So times negative 4 times 5 equals what?
Negative 20.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute value was 20 divided
Mhm.
by
Equals 10, right? So the answer is
80.
80. Very good. Number 28. Can you tell me?
It's negative 30, but
Negative. Mm-hmm.
30 divided by 2 equals 15 times 12.
Mm-hmm. So it's 15. So because 30 divided by 2 equals 15 times 12. So this one, how to do it? We can do 15 times 2 times 6, right? So it's 30 times 6 equals what? 180. So it will be easier for that. Okay, very good. Okay, Jaden, I think you did a great job. Oh, why is it so dark? Okay, so I think you did a very good job for the absolute value. And I think you understand the absolute value pretty much well. Okay, so that's it for today's class. And we're going to see each other tomorrow. Bye
Bye.
bye. Not excited enough.
Bye bye.